Imagine a town, once bustling with life and activity, now standing empty and silent. It's as if the very air you breathe is filled with the echoes of laughter, arguments, dreams, and heartbreaks of the people who once called it home. This, my friends, is the peculiar and fascinating world of ghost towns. Ghost towns are abandoned settlements, often left in a state of decay and disrepair. They are the remnants of a bygone era, standing as silent witnesses to the passage of time. Once vibrant hubs of human activity, these towns have now been reduced to mere shadows of their former glory. Their streets, once filled with the hustle and bustle of everyday life, now lay silent and deserted. Their buildings, once teeming with life, stand vacant, their windows staring out into nothingness like the vacant eyes of a long-forgotten corpse. These ghost towns hold within their silent walls the stories of the people who once lived there. Each abandoned house, each deserted street, each crumbling building has a tale to tell. They speak of hopes and dreams, of success and failure, of joy and despair. They whisper the stories of the miners, the farmers, the shopkeepers, and the families who once called these places home. In this series, we will be embarking on a chronological journey through various ghost towns, from the Wild West towns that were abandoned following the end of the gold rush, to the settlements that were left deserted due to natural disasters or economic collapse. We will uncover the stories behind their rise and fall, explore their abandoned buildings, and delve into the mysteries that they hold. We will walk their deserted streets, peek into their vacant houses, and listen to the silence that fills their air. We will bear witness to the echoes of their past, the whispers of their stories, and the shadows of their former inhabitants. We will breathe life into their forgotten tales and shine a light on their lost histories. So buckle up and prepare for a journey like no other. A journey through time, through history, through the very essence of human endeavor and resilience. Join us as we journey through time and explore these forgotten relics of the past. Our first stop, the once thriving mining town of Bodie, California. Born in the year of 1859, Bodie was a product of the golden allure that swept the nation. This town, nestled in the rugged terrains of California, was more than just a settlement. It was a symbol of dreams and the promise of wealth. Men and women from all walks of life were drawn to Bodie, their hearts ablaze with the hope of striking it rich with gold. Bodie's prosperity was, in fact, a tale straight out of a Wild West storybook. It boasted of a flourishing community, a bustling main street lined with saloons, and a population that peaked at 10,000 strong. The mines of Bodie were generous, gifting its inhabitants with a steady stream of gold, and with this gold came the prosperity that painted the town vibrant. However, the wheel of fortune is fickle. By the late 1880s, the veins of gold in Bodie's mines began to thin. The once generous earth started to hold back its treasures, and the town's prosperity waned. As the gold depleted, so did the hope in the hearts of Bodie's inhabitants. People began to leave, seeking greener pastures, and the population dwindled. Yet it was not just the lack of gold that heralded the downfall of Bodie. The town, situated high in the mountains, was subjected to harsh winters. The cold was brutal, the snowstorms unforgiving. Survival became a battle, and for many, it was a battle they chose not to fight. Slowly but surely, Bodie transformed from a bustling hub of activity to a desolate ghost town. Today, the town remains untouched by time, a frozen testament to the transient nature of boomtowns. The once vibrant Main Street is now deserted, the saloons silent, and the mines empty. Yet, in the silence, one can almost hear the echoes of laughter, the clinking of glasses, and the hopeful whispers of gold miners. It is a haunting reminder of a time that once was, a time of prosperity, and a time of downfall. Bodie stands as a frozen testament to the transient nature of boom towns. Next, we turn to the isolated mining town of St. Elmo, Colorado. A town that was born from the promise of gold and silver, St. Elmo was established in the year 1880, during the peak of the Colorado silver boom. St. Elmo was a town built on hope and dreams of fortune. Nestled in the heart of the Sawatch Range, it was a beacon for miners, lured by the prospect of untold wealth buried deep within the mountains. The town quickly flourished, its population swelling to over 2,000 souls, all hoping to stake their claim in the rich veins of gold and silver. But like many mining towns of the Wild West, St. Elmo's prosperity was built on shaky ground. The town's lifeline was the Denver, South Park, and Pacific Railroad, which transported the precious ore to markets far and wide. This rail link was St. Elmo's umbilical cord, connecting it to the world beyond the mountains. However, in the year 1890, a decade after St. Elmo's establishment, the silver market collapsed. The price of silver plummeted, mines were shuttered, and the once thriving town began to wither. The final blow came when the railroad ceased operations in the early 1920s. Without its vital link, St. Elmo was cut off, left to fade into obscurity. The residents of St. Elmo began to leave, their dreams of wealth and prosperity replaced with the harsh reality of a ghost town. By the 1950s, St. Elmo was virtually abandoned, its buildings standing as silent testimonials to a bygone era. Today, St. Elmo is a haunting specter of the past, a town frozen in time. Its empty streets echo with the whispered tales of fortunes won and lost, of dreams shattered and lives changed forever. The spectral remains of the once bustling town serve as a stark reminder of the transient nature of fortune. St. Elmo, an eerie reminder of how quickly fortune can turn. We now head to the desert, to the short-lived town of Rhyolite, Nevada. Born in the bright year of 1904, Rhyolite was a child of the Nevada desert, a product of the gold rush that breathed life into the barren wilderness. The town sprang up almost overnight, a beacon of hope in the arid landscape. Named after the silica-rich volcanic rock in the area, Rhyolite was more than just a town. It was a promise of prosperity, a golden dream nestled in the heart of the desert. Gold. That was the lifeblood of Rhyolite. The promise of this precious metal drew people from all walks of life. Miners, merchants, prospectors, and dreamers, they all flocked to Rhyolite, their hearts aflame with the lure of gold. The town thrived, buildings sprang up, businesses flourished, and for a brief shining moment, Rhyolite was a beacon of prosperity in the heart of the Nevada desert. But as the saying goes, all that glitters is not gold. The year 1907 brought with it a harsh reality. The financial panic of that year shook the very foundations of Rhyolite. The promise of gold, that once glittering dream, quickly turned to dust. Businesses shuttered, miners left, and the once thriving town began its slow descent into oblivion. The death of Rhyolite was as rapid as its birth. By 1920, the once bustling town had become a ghost of its former self. The buildings stood empty, a stark reminder of the fleeting glory that had once been. The mines were silent, the streets deserted. Rhyolite had become a ghost town, a haunting testament to the transient nature of prosperity. Today, Rhyolite stands as a poignant monument to the past. Its abandoned buildings, its silent streets, whisper tales of a time when gold was king and dreams were as plentiful as the desert sands. It's a bittersweet tale, a tale of dreams born and dreams shattered, of prosperity gained and lost. Rhyolite, a ghost town that whispers tales of fleeting prosperity. We journey next to the deep south, to the abandoned capital of Cahaba, Alabama. In the heart of the Cotton Kingdom, on the banks of the Alabama and Cahaba rivers, stood Cahaba, a city once radiant with promise and ambition. Born in the early 19th century, in the year of 1819, Cahaba was chosen as Alabama's first state capital. The choice was strategic, the location ideal for a river town, and yet the fate of Cahaba would prove otherwise. A town of majestic architecture and bustling commerce, Cahaba was a beacon of prosperity in the Deep South. It was a place of power where lawmakers convened and the future of Alabama was shaped. But as Cahaba grew, so did its troubles. The same rivers that nourished the town also threatened it. With the passing of years, Cahaba was increasingly tormented by floods. The rivers, once the lifeblood of the town, turned into its nemesis. Homes, businesses, lives were engulfed by the raging waters. The town's fate hung in the balance. In 1826, the capital was moved to Tuscaloosa, marking the beginning of Cahaba's decline. The town fought to survive, transforming into a bustling riverfront trading center. But the Civil War dealt the final blow. The war left the South in ruins, and Cahaba was no exception. The town was abandoned, its dreams of prosperity shattered. Today, Cahaba lies silent, a ghost town haunted by the whispers of its past. The streets, once echoing with laughter, debates, and the clatter of commerce, now echo with the eerie silence of abandonment. The grand mansions, the courthouse, the marketplaces, all stand as decaying testaments to a bygone era. Yet, Cahaba is not completely forgotten. Its story is a poignant reminder of the relentless march of time and the transient nature of human endeavors. It stands as a symbol of the dreams that were, the dreams that could have been, and the dreams that were lost in the flow of time. Cahaba, a ghost town echoing with the forgotten dreams of its former residents. Each of these towns whispers tales of human triumph, tragedy, and tenacity. An exploration into the ghost towns of the Wild West is a journey through time, a step into the past where the echoes of lives once lived still linger. Each town carries with it a story of hope and despair, of boom and bust, of dreams born and dreams shattered. In the heart of the Sierra Nevada, Bodie began as a beacon of prosperity, luring the hopeful and the hardy with the promise of gold. However, it wasn't long until the glittering promise of wealth faded, leaving in its wake a deserted town, a silent testament to the fleeting nature of fortune. Further down the timeline, we find St. Elmo, once a bustling hub of activity, now a hollow shell of its former self. The gold rush brought people in droves, but when the veins ran dry, the town was abandoned, leaving behind the whispers of a once thriving community. The story of Rhyolite, too, is one of rise and fall. Its tale is bittersweet, a testament to the human spirit's resilience in the face of adversity. The town thrived, then withered. Its people moved on, but its memory remains etched in the vast expanse of the desert. Cahaba, a town built on dreams, saw its dreams dissolve into the ether, forgotten by time and eclipsed by the encroaching wilderness. Its story is a poignant reminder of the impermanence of human endeavor. Each of these towns, though distinct in their tales, share common threads: the allure of prosperity, the harsh reality of failure, and the indomitable spirit of those who dared to dream. They stand as silent reminders of our past, of the triumphs and tragedies of human existence. As we leave these ghost towns behind, we carry with us their echoes, reminders of our past and lessons for our future. Ghost towns. They stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time. They are more than just abandoned structures and dusty roads. They are history frozen in time. They are the echoes of lives lived, dreams pursued, and destinies fulfilled. Each dilapidated building, each weathered signpost, each forgotten artifact holds a story waiting to be told. These ghost towns are a treasure trove for historians, a playground for explorers, a canvas for artists, and a pilgrimage site for those seeking a tangible connection to the past. They offer a unique window into a bygone era, revealing details about the people who once inhabited these places, their struggles, their triumphs, and their way of life. For historians, each ghost town is like an open book, detailing the rise and fall of communities, the impact of economic booms and busts, and the ever-changing social and cultural landscapes. They provide invaluable insights into the past, helping us understand the forces that shaped our world. For explorers, these ghost towns are a call to adventure, offering an opportunity to tread where few have ventured before. They are places of discovery, where one can uncover forgotten artifacts, decipher age-old engravings, and piece together the fragments of a forgotten past. For those seeking a glimpse into the past, ghost towns serve as poignant reminders of the impermanence of human endeavors. They stand as silent testaments to the passage of time, inviting us to reflect on our own place in the grand tapestry of history. But as we delve into these mysteries, it's crucial to remember the importance of preserving these historical sites. They are not just relics of the past, but valuable resources for future generations. They are our link to our ancestors, a testament to our shared heritage, a beacon guiding us towards a deeper understanding of our collective past. As we bid farewell to these ghost towns, we leave you with their mysteries, waiting to be unveiled and understood. Each town has a tale to tell, a secret to share, a mystery to solve. So let's keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep preserving these echoes of the past.